David sinned.
But he didn't love him though.
David sinned, but God counted that as a sin. Did he count? Did he count Goliath as a sin?
Right.
No.
Why not? Why didn't he count? Now Uriah,
Right.
because he wasn't right. It keep going back to what I'm saying.
Right.
It keep going back to what I'm saying.
Right.
Now he didn't count Goliath as a sin, but he did count Uriah as a sin because Uriah was an Israelite. So he was wrong for doing that to Uriah, but he was not wrong for doing that to Goliath. But what you don't want to do as an atheist is come up against an Israelite when it comes to this Bible.
Right.
All right. That's where you're messing up at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is our book.
If
You know what I'm saying?
the law and you do good and you're kind to everyone, I don't want to I don't want you to believe in that. That's fine with me.
Hey man, it don't matter if you believe. You don't have a right to tell us what we can believe in. No way.
No,
You know what I'm saying? I believe in what God tells me to believe in. All right. I have a God.
I want you to understand my perspective.
Go.
If you're keeping the law and you're kind to another human being, then
Keeping what law? The law of the land?
no, your law.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
if that makes you kind to another human being, then I
Well,
don't want you to not believe it. That's fine.
It makes me kind to Israelites.
That's right.
That's our problem.
So you wouldn't be
Listen to what I'm
kind.
saying. Let me say.
Well, you've been kind to me.
Listen, I'm keeping the law. All right. You haven't done anything unlawful to me. All right. So, but the law is there for. He gave the law to one particular people, right? And if you read the law is about serving the Most High and serving your brother.
But
That's what the law. That's what the law is about.
Didn't Jesus said, love your enemies then?
Yes, and you know who those enemies are.
But wouldn't you view me as an enemy?
Yeah, I would view you as an enemy.
So-
But hold on. Let me finish. All right.
So part of your law is to be
But not to
kind
be, not to be, look, my laws tells me to be kind to my brothers first. You hear me?
But you also love your enemies, right?
No, listen what I'm saying. Let me finish. All right? And I'm finna tell you what the enemy, matter of fact, give me Luke.
So how
Give
do
me
you interpret what Jesus
Leviticus
said?
19. I'm finna show you.
No, I mean, what Jesus said was love your enemies.
And you know what Jesus
But
quoted that from?
Well, what I'm saying is,
Do you know what Jesus quoted that from?
so here's
He didn't just pop up and say love your enemy. He quoted a scripture. Jesus, he done the law.
does it, okay, if he quoted the Old Testament or if he said it of himself, still the principle remains.
Absolutely.
You love your enemies.
Absolutely, I love my enemy.
Right.
You know who my enemy is? I used to be a Crip. You know who my enemy is? A Blood. I got the love. I can't be against that brother no more.
Yeah.
You do what I'm saying?
But I'm saying if you view,
I can't be against that brother.
if you view non-Israelites as enemies,
So does that? But this is what you're not understanding.
Okay.
You didn't understand what I read in Leviticus when he said we will be saved from our enemies. And Luke, we'll be saved from our enemies and all them that hate us.
So what-
All right. So did Goliath? You know who David? You know who Goliath is, right? He was an enemy of David, right? David was an Israelite. All right. Did David love Goliath? Now we're talking about David. God called David his friend. All right. Did David love Goliath? I'm going to answer your question. I'm going to show you the difference about what we're talking about.
see, I don't think he did.
No, absolutely he didn't. He cut his head off. Paraded around the city. He didn't love Goliath. Now, was David wrong for cutting Goliath's head off? Or was David supposed to love Goliath?
I'd ask you a harder question.
No. Don't ask me a quick answer my question. Was David supposed to love Goliath?
Well, they were in wars, so God.
But I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna give you another example, all right? That David didn't love Goliath. He cut Goliath's head off. We correct. Everybody know that. Did David love Saul? Saul. You know who Saul was?
Yeah.
He took David took his spot.
Yeah,
Now, did Saul wanted to kill David?
Well, he had a chance to kill him.
Did he kill him?
No, he didn't.
Why he didn't kill him?
Because he loved him.
Because he was an Israelite. He was the anointed of God. Saul was an Israelite. He was of the tribe of Benjamin. That's what the law teaches us. The law teaches us not to kill one another. That's why we outside. That's why we out here right now teaching our people how to have morality.
Did David love Uriah?
He loved Uriah's wife.
No,
That's what he loved.
Did he love Uriah?
Yeah, he loved Uriah until he put him out there, until he seen his wife naked. David sinned.
But he didn't love him, though.
David sinned, but God counted that as a sin. Did he count? Did he count Goliath as a sin?
Right.
No.
Why not? Why didn't he count? Now Uriah,
Right.
because he wasn't right. It keep going back to what I'm saying.
Right.
It keep going back to what I'm saying.
Right.
Now he didn't count Goliath as a sin, but he did count Uriah as a sin because Uriah was an Israelite. So he was wrong for doing that to Uriah, but he was not wrong for doing that to Goliath. And he didn't kill Saul because Saul was an Israelite. Even though Saul wanted to kill him, Saul was definitely wrong for that. But David did not kill him because he was the anointed of God.
So what do you think he means when he says love your enemies?
I'm going to read it.
Explain.
I'm going to read it.
All right.
This is what Christ was quoting.
Okay.
This is Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
What did he say?
Thou shalt not hate thine brother in thine heart.
And so the scripture, this is a law. All right, hold on, let me finish,
I
man.
want to ask you how
Christ,
you know,
hold
how do
on.
you know he was quoting that?
I'm finna show you. All right, Christ done the law. All right, there was no New Testament when Christ was walking the earth.
Right.
He quoted everything that came out of the Old Testament. He done the law. He performed the law. He was saying, high holy days. Christ didn't eat pork. Christ done everything that was in the law from the Old Testament. That's why they called him perfect. They didn't call him perfect because he never failed over anything. They called him perfect because he done the law from A to Z. All right, and this is what Christ was talking about. Keep reading. Read again.
Verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
And I keep the law, so I know exactly what he's talking about. Keep reading.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
So it's saying that we should not hate our brother in our heart, and we should rebuke our neighbor. All right. A lot of people think you would be my neighbor. That's not what this is talking about. We're going to show you. All right. It's saying your brother and your neighbor. He's putting them together. All right. Your brother and your neighbor are the same. Keep reading.
And not suffer sin upon him. Verse 18. Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
Against who?
The children of thy people.
No, everybody.
The children of thy people.
This is talking about we should not bear any grudge or hate the children of thy people. That's why David didn't kill Saul. Because it's against the law for him to kill Saul. All right? Keep reading.
But
What?
thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
He said, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. All right? We have to love our neighbor as thyself. Our neighbor is these brothers right here.
Right.
That blood that I was talking about earlier, that's my neighbor. All right? That's my brother. Keep reading.
I am the Lord.
He said, I am the Lord. So we got to follow the commandments of God. Christ followed the commandments of God. We know that we can't do anything against our people. But it never said that I can't kill Goliath. All right? If Goliath come up against the children of Israel, well, we have to defend ourselves. All right? But what I can't do when it comes to him, I got to turn the other cheek with him. You know what turn the other cheek means? That means that I have to forgive this brother. I have to forgive him. Because he's the same way David forgave Saul. Well, I have to forgive. This is Saul, and I'm David. I got to forgive him. I got to turn the other cheek. I got to give him another chance.
Right.
All right? I can't just, okay, he did something to me. Well, now I got an eye for eye him. That's what Christ is talking about. Now, it is in the scriptures that you give eye for eye. All right? But the spirit of that law is that I have to give the brother another chance.
Right.
And it says, how many times do I forgive that brother? It says 70 times 70. You do what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I got to keep on forgiving him. All right? But I don't have to forgive Goliath. You understand what I'm saying? Because the law doesn't tell me to forgive Goliath, but it does tell me to forgive him. And see, what a lot of people don't understand, when Christ was walking the earth, Christ wasn't talking to, they think that Christ went up on Mount Carmel and just started preaching to the world.
Right, right.
Christ was talking to Israelites and telling them to keep the law. I'm proud of the reason why we under Roman captivity. The reason why they was under Assyrian captivity is because they wasn't keeping the law.
Right.
They wasn't forgiving their brother.
All right. I appreciate your time. We got to go.
Hey man, Dustin, man, you've been a good conversation, man. You know, and you know, this is, you know, it's good that you came because you can actually help another brother love his brother. All right, it was a good conversation. And you know, I got a social media site. I got a YouTube pages. I got all kind of pages. You know, the I.S.U.P.K. We the I.S.U.P.K. the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. We are in every major city in America. and we're in 8 different countries outside of America. All right, we in Europe, we in South America, we, you know, where else, y'all? The Caribbean,
Brazil,
Mexico, Brazil. Our school is in all over where the children of Israel is at. We are there, all right? And it's good that you came, man, because people will get to see how Christians don't know nothing when it comes to this book right here. And when it comes to what they really believe in. You know, that man over there, he would never come over here.
right,
Because he know I would destroy whatever doctrine he got.
right.
He would never come over here. He already know that. You know what I'm saying? We done had plenty of people who try to test what we believe. You know, so you're going to leave. And when you leave, and when you go around your friends, your white friends, right? I'm sure y'all probably got black friends too. I know you got one, at least one. You know, all white people got one black friend. What's your black friend name? Stanford. Okay, what's your black friend name? Man, I know you got a black friend right now, man.
I went to high school with a bunch of black
He don't like. He said I went to high school. Man, you
Damn.
80 years old, man. He said I went to high school. High school was segregated when you went. No, I'm just messing with you, man. Now you said you went to high school with black friends. You know some black people, all right? But when you go around your black friends, tell them that you came around to Israel.
I.S.U.P.K.